This is episode 2 of a resto-mod for Sebastian's 1995 Volvo 850 T-5R. If you haven't seen the first episode, click the playlist below, and thank you for watching. I am back, and the boss is coming, so I need to get cracking. We left off yesterday, pulled this wire harness loose. I believe I got to remove this headlight here so that I can get a screw out to release that harness so I can drop everything down through the bottom with the harness. And I got a container I'm going to drop the coolant in, and after I drop the coolant, I'm going to pull the bolt out of that automatic transmission, drop that transmission fluid. Then I'm going to release this bolt up here, take the wheels off, take the axles out, and keep it moving. Let's get cracking. We are flying high. We got the CVs loose. We got the sway bar inlays out. We got the rack out. We had to put some heat on one of these bolts to get the nut off the bolt. Got the exhaust out. We got the fluids out. Cleanest transmission fluid. I might have seen one that clean that I've seen in a long time. So this should be a good box. It didn't give me no issues driving it. We got one of the fuel lines loose. We're going to take the other one loose soon. We got the two bolts out from behind the bracket. Had to put the lift here because we got to take the subframe down. We unplugged the O2 sensors from their plugs, and we are rocking and rolling. Normal vacuum leak there. I don't know why those always come loose, but they do. So we're going to take a lunch break and come back with it. Well, made a mistake. Took the steering rack bolts loose in air because that's got to come down with the subframe. So we're going to put that back on. Take the engine mount loose. Take a couple of bolts loose from the bottom of the transmission. We already got the transmission torque mount off. And we're going to take the yoke loose from inside the car and let that slide through. And keep it moving. One of the issues with taking off the oil cooler thermostat on these engines is stripping these T40s. What I've done lately is I've wedged the tool against the oil cooler. So make sure that socket is against that, and you pull this tool back toward the front of the car, and you shouldn't strip that. Make sure it's in all the way. Tap it in if you can. Start from right here and push that thing back, but make sure you got the corner of it there. Hold this neat stuff. Breaks loose almost every time. Then the one up top over here, I pull down on this. Let me get some light on it. This one up here, I put the tool on it, I tap it in, always tap the tool in, even if you don't think you need to tap it in. Work that thing around until you get it in the hole. Tap it in, make sure you're in, then use your tool and pull down on the oil thermostat. Have this at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, pull down, break it loose. Almost foolproof. Thanks for watching. Haven't quite mastered getting this T30 out, but that's what I'm doing right now. Going under the AC compressor and trying to break it loose like that. Make sure that's seated in far. It just depends on how tight it is. So let me put my ratchet on that and try to twist that out of there. You can also try a T30 Allen. So with that stuck in the screw, I started my tool of turning, and then I popped it onto the extension, and it popped that screw right out. So that works 60% of the time. It works every time. Here it is, folks. 95 T-5R power management. This is where the power began. We're going to check, see what's leaking in that timing belt area. Replace the turbo with a 19T. Put a Japanifold on it. Need an engine mount for back here. That thing is busted. We're gonna pull the transmission. We're gonna modify the wiring for a manual transmission. We're gonna mount a manual transmission and do whatever else we can get into here. We left the air conditioner stuff up here, but we're gonna drop this radiator and put a intercooler in and you got another radiator? You're gonna keep this radiator? You got an aluminum radiator?
Yeah.
From where?
Euro.
Euro Sports radiator. All aluminum. So let's get cracking. We got the transmission off, the torque converter off. It had to jack up the engine, and now the engine is being supported by that little jack. But this thing has a rear main seal leak. Didn't know that. We know it now. So, and make sure we got a seal to replace it. Rear main seal leak. Folks, we're going to tap out for tonight. Meditate on our game plan. We will think about nothing other than this until the morning. So don't call, because all it's going to be is talking about Sebastian's manual conversion. We're out. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.